Alright, time for some solo gathering in the Black Zone. Time to quickly change my equipment. I still got this loot there lying around. Let's quickly put this away. So I have one free loot bank for the loot coming from this run. I will also need a couple more journals, of course. So let's get my skinning gear. I do want some kind of bag. 5.2 is good. I want my settled wild boar. I want these funny tornadoes, which did work very well last time. Definitely served their purpose and felt much more convenient than invisibility potions. I will get one more of those. I do need some more journals, otherwise I have gotten everything. So I'm almost ready to go. A few more Master Gamekeeper journals, because I will probably get a lot of skin, a lot of hide. One more tornado. Okay, ready to go. And once again, let's use the SAFE portal. 84k silver gone down the drain. But most likely worth it. Okay, where the hell am I? I am here. So I think I want to go to Farshore Heath. Yeah. Tier 6 desert. Does have only 14% enchantment, but what can you do? Right now I'm in a tier 5 swamp. Not very interesting for me. I can already switch to my poison armor. With the poison armor, I will have a much easier time killing those animals. Because most of the animals are pretty tanky. Except for those special animals like tigers. What are the other special animals? Because I believe there are some more. Are there some more? I think it's just tigers and, let's say, cougars in the roads and mists. Not really seeing much interesting stuff here in this tier 5 map. I was thinking about taking the 5.1 fiber. I think I'm going to do so later. But that one 5.1 fiber stack was quite far away. Right there. Farshore Eska, another tier 5 map, right? Yeah. Not too insanely interesting for me. Gonna take the 5.1 tigers, surely. But otherwise, I mean 4.2 should be fine. I suppose. This guy doesn't want me to take this 4.2 stack, so I guess I'm not going to take it. It looks like he doesn't want me to do so. I mean, it's theoretically somewhat legit for him to try to gank me right there. Maybe I'm super bad. Maybe he has a chance. His risk of dying is super low and he has nothing to do basically while waiting for this chest to be ready. And there's a treasure, the first loot today. Yeah, I probably won't have enough space in my inventory to take the level 1 candles. I mean, they are level 4. But you know what I mean. They are super cheap, relatively heavy, actually, for their price. So, let's not loot those, but I'll take the red ones, I think. So, there is even a big gathering area in this map, and there's a dead animal lying around here. I do still need to use my pork pie. Okay, 5.1 hide. How expensive is that? 660. Not that crazily good, but I gather it extremely quickly. The fame is pretty good. Bro. Since I gather it so quickly, I will probably also kill 5.1 birds. And then let's also take the 5.1 fiber there. Should be fine. Should be good. Good enough. Maybe. Considering my approximate calculations in my last roads run, it is actually not too great to gather this 5.1, I think. Thinking about money per time. If I gather resource mobs having tier 5 resources, barely making 2 million per hour. Then this means gathering it from non-resource mobs, like non-special mobs, just plain animals. Means I don't have the 100% gathering bonus. Like 100% speed, gathering speed bonus. Likewise, it's probably not that insanely efficient, but the fame is relatively good, I guess. The fame should be good and the loot is okay, I suppose. Here on the edge of the map there do not seem to be too many resources. Let's see if this trend continues here in this map. But I do seem to be finding quite a decent amount of hyenas. The only question then is going to be if all of those are empty, like these one that I've found so far. Which is perfectly possible. And very undesirable. Let's see. 2 out of 5, slightly better. I did already seek some competition, but this guy did seem to be only a tier 5 skinner. Which would not be the end of the world for me. He doesn't compete with the most desired resource for me, which is tier 6 hide. Then maybe that's not such a big deal. But this map definitely right now seems quite a bit more empty than the 2 tier 6 maps I have been gathering in the last runs. What is he killing there? Tier 5 tiger, okay. Don't really care too much about that. This bird may be annoying. Yeah. Should have refreshed my armor, to be honest. There's a 5.1 tiger. That's legit. I still got my poison running. Nice. Perfect. So I have a pretty nice and efficient opportunity to refresh my armor here. To kill animals efficiently. This bird is simply too close to this cotton. This map definitely right now, right here in this place of the map seems to be not too great. Pretty empty. When I was on the roads I didn't pay too much attention to how far I've gotten with fiber gathering and with ore gathering actually, and right now I see that I'm already on 18% towards level 7 proper. I'm still not getting over this word. Proper, but it makes so much sense. Thinking about, oh god, thinking about what crop is. Now I finally get it. Not sure why I've never really thought about it, but who knows? Who knows? The mysterious ways thinking goes. Here in this map I may as well run around the territory, but it's not really necessary to do so. I'll probably not do so, because there will be some things I will not be able to gather there. This map looks relatively empty. My poison ran out, but I don't want to refresh it right now. I'll refresh it after taking the 6.1 cotton. But it is very possible that only this place here in the west is so empty. And empty is an over-exaggeration, because I'm still finding things, right? But those things are not that insanely full, sadly. But let's see how everything develops in this map. I'm kind of reluctant to travel further, because I mean, there is one tier 6 map right there, Driving Oasis, and it's a tier 6 map with a higher percentage enchantment. It's lower than the last time I was in it, but I probably rather want to stay in this map right here. I mean, I will see how much I'm going to find here in the south. I think if I find very little in the south, I may go to Driving Oasis. Sounds like a legit plan to me. But who knows? Difficult. Because I still can also check out the north of this map. And this map is relatively interesting. It only has 2 exits. So being here in the south is actually somewhat dangerous. Actually having 6 to 15 people in this map, having only 2 exits so super far away, kind of makes me curious to if I really want to gather in the south of this map. It may actually be dangerous. Actually didn't see this tiger. There's a person. The tier 8 Skinner. That may be the main reason why I'm finding so little tier 6 hide. This may actually be a solid reason for me to go towards Driving Oasis in this case. A tier 8 Skinner is crazy competition. He probably just cleared the whole map. Definitely possible. Nonetheless, I think I'm going to try to check out the skinning area down in the south. I am still finding something. It's not nothing what I'm getting here. Can I get both? I can. Alright. I'm able to pull them quite far away from the pikeman. The guards of this territory don't really seem to be coming towards my way either. But still only 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Not too great. Tier 8 Skinner. That's some crazy competition. There's some 5.1. There's a person. Just some Ox player. A gatherer as well. Not too big of a deal. Here I would have been able to compare tier 6 skinning while being on tier 7 and tier 6 robbing while being on tier 6. definitely feels twice as quick. I've compared, I think, Slate to Fiber the last Black Zone run. Was it Slate to Fiber? No, it was Stone to Ore. I did compare Stone to Ore. And there it felt like I'm gathering stone twice as quickly as Ore, because I'm a tier 7 stone gatherer already, having tier 7 tool, while only being a tier 6 ore miner with a tier 6 tool. Those gathering speed differences are pretty insane and make stuff so insanely more efficient. Spending so much less time just standing around here, gathering those resources. It is definitely possible for me to hit tier 7 fiber gathering in this run. And for now, I think it feels like the amount of fiber that I'm finding is not as bad as the amount of tier 6 hide. I do... Oh, wait a second. There's an exceptional sky flower. Let's quickly take that one. And it's full. Great. And there's a 6.1 hyena. Stuff is getting better. Maybe I'm just lucky, who knows. 9k per piece. I like it, I like it. But if that's 9k per piece, how expensive is 6.3 fiber then? How expensive is 6.3 fiber? If I had to guess, probably... maybe 15k? Maybe 20k? Considering that I got from like 300k from a full... what's it called? From a full 6.3 hyena. That would probably be 10 pieces. So 30k per piece. And likewise all the other resources like slightly lower, probably 1/3 lower. So probably 20k for 6.3 fiber. All those things are basically checkable in the market right now. And since already like maybe 2 minutes, there's only 0 to 5 players in this map. So maybe I will want to stay here. Resources may replenish. This tier 8 Skinner may not have gathered everything here. Maybe he gave up relatively early because he wasn't finding enough stuff and didn't check out everything. I still want to check out the west a little bit more here. Already 19% towards tier 7 fiber gathering. That's great. So I'm actually very optimistic that I'm going to reach tier 7 fiber gathering in this run still. Already. I wonder if the word still also works in this sentence. Who knows? 6.1 fiber. Also not that empty. Like, I'm finding decent amounts of fiber. I would say slightly below average amounts of skin. Maybe slightly is an under-exaggeration. Is that a word? Is that an English word? Under-exaggeration? Yeah, right. It works this way as well. Like, over-exaggeration definitely works. Under-exaggeration, not 100% sure, but who knows. Who knows? Who knows? Google could help me, but I actually would want to keep my eyes on the screen. Even though it's 0 to 5 players, I still don't want to risk dying for no reason. Already 5% towards tier 8 skinning. It's really going pretty quickly. Or is it? I think I was at 4% when I went into the roads. Was I at 4% towards tier 8? When I went into the roads and I only got 1%? I feel like that's the case. I really didn't find many animals in my last roads run, I believe. Or did I start at 0? No, I already had my tier 7 skinning gear lying around here. So I suppose it's actually the case that... Oh, come on. Going to kill this tiger because his fiber stack is full. And the ore stack is full as well. But if I remember correctly, I got like 100 pieces of tier 6 hide from the roads run. But not 100% sure if that's actually the case. It may be a wrong memory that I have right there. Right here. Right now. Who knows? 5 out of 5 and 5 out of 5. That one hyena was also 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. So maybe I'm slowly getting to places where gathering in this map actually is worth it. The difference between taking those tier 6 resources where I'm already tier 7 or tier 8 to these tier 6 resources where I'm only a tier 6 gatherer myself is so big. It feels so insanely slow to actually gather this. Tier 6 ore and tier 6 fiber. It feels so crazily slow. 0 to 5 people in this map feels very safe though, which is pretty nice. It does, I believe, decrease the resource respawn rate, but I guess I'd trade that any day for actually having less competition. 1 out of 5 only. The stuff on the edge of the map also was pretty low on pieces per stack. Let's take a look at the skinning area. 40 minutes until the golden chest is ready. That's actually not that great, because I will not be able to take this. I mean, the chance of me getting it is pretty low, but you never may know. You may as well try. Sometimes. You may as well invite a million people. I am pretty tanky, since I'm using just basically tank gear. That's what gathering gear is. It has the stats of tank gear. Here those hyenas are pretty full, which is definitely pretty nice. Do I want to change this stuff a little bit? I think so. Not sure if that actually has any benefit for me, but let's just do so. It will make putting stuff into my loot bank easier in the future. But I will need to do this stuff a little bit more. But all those hyenas on 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, pretty good, pretty interesting. Even though I would have originally assumed that's not going to be the case. Getting hit by the first slow means I will get hit by the second slow. 5 out of 5 again. Interesting to find so many resources on these individual stacks. This one only 2 out of 5. But 2 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 is a pretty good deal. I'll take that. Now there are more people in this map again. 6 to 15. Not guaranteed that a big group entered though. Nonetheless, here this position is very dangerous. So if I see any player, I will... Okay, 0 to 5. I can be calm again. I think. It's rather unlikely that there will be like 3 gankers in one group right here in this map. I think gankers would try to play in maps that don't have so few people in it, like this one. That should also be an additional thing to consider, actually. If I was a ganker, would I want to play in this kind of map? Probably not. Having so few people. Maybe I would want to do so, because it's also much safer. When you are ganking, you are also very much in danger, because you waste all your spells trying to kill somebody. And you're super weak in a straight up fight. So... maybe some people are going to do it the safe way. Who knows? But now I'm getting very close to the skinning area, so I may find tons of hyenas. Oh my god. That's so many. I probably want to use my E here in this case. Maybe not. I'm doing really well, considering the crazy amount of hyenas. Those were a lot of hyenas. Holy. Those were really a lot of hyenas. So this one was 2 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. Almost impossible to kill those without the poison armor. 1 out of 5. Not too great, not too great. 1 out of 5. But the sheer amount... 5 out of 5, okay. So basically 2 hyenas and a bad one. Actually totally fine. Kind of annoying to lose this much health, but definitely pretty efficient to take this stuff. Relatively efficient. Another hyena, and another one, and a treasure. I don't want to get hit. Oh, there's also another hyena there. Let's quickly take this one as well. Dying to the poison, great. I'll take the red treasure. The red looks as good. Server maintenance is creeping up on me. I'm not too crazily worried about the 5.1 fiber stack, but I think I will slowly work my way towards it. Because I think I still want to gather it. It's going to be pretty decent fame. It's going to be okay money. I am going to take it. But I'm not going to skip the resources on my path towards it. There are a lot of dead hyenas. This suppressor recruit standing in my way though. And it did use some ability that gives me a bleeding effect. But once it was dead, the bleeding effect went away. Definitely interesting. Once again, a lot of hyenas, but this is only natural considering that I'm so close to the skinning area. Just natural. 5 out of 5 there, pretty damn good. 2 out of 5, somewhat okay, I guess. Hopefully more. 2 out of 5 again. Okay. Basically okay. Only finding 1 out of 5 the whole time would be pretty rough. Finding tons of corpses would be really rough. Oh man, this... Once again, a million hyenas at once. Pretty good. Don't want to get hit by these damage over time effects. 3 out of 5. Good enough, definitely. Especially considering that it's enchanted. Sadly, the enchantment rate is not that great here. This guy is not very dangerous. Now it's 6 to 15 people in this map. So it's actually slightly more dangerous. We may try an invisibility gang, so let's move a little bit. Because I've seen something worthwhile somewhere. Sadly don't have my poison armor activated right now. Moving slightly further away here and this situation is pretty nice. Also the blue dungeon is not that terrible. Sadly I don't have my invisibility on my armor though. Which would be very important for actually using blue dungeons to escape from people. Maybe I would be able to change it before I enter. It would be not that easy, to be honest. A lot of dead hyenas lying around. Not sure why. They do not drop babies, as far as I know. So not sure why anybody would kill those hyenas. But maybe they randomly died in some conflict that didn't really care too much about animals. Let's go back to the hyenas that I have killed. Still want to gather around the golden chest as well. Once again, only 0 to 5 players in this map, so... This mix of a 4.1 and 4.2 guy, not too worrying right now for me. Oh, how close am I with my mining? 15% only towards. Only 15% towards reaching tier 7 mining. Another dead hyena. Basically the best case. If I don't have to kill them, it's really great. So I suppose I'm not going to reach tier 7 mining today. But I'm pretty positive that I'm going to reach tier 7 fiber. Oh yeah. That's a lot of crop. To use the journal terminology? I think that's how you say it. Terminology. Pork pie running out soon. I do want to keep an eye on that. 5 out of 5. Or 6.1 resource. Definitely nice. Definitely not as valuable as 6.1 hide. 1.8k compared to 3k. Quite the big difference. Hide just being so insanely much better than everything else. I'm really pretty slow to reach this 5.1 fiber stack, but to be honest, a 5.1 fiber stack is definitely not a very high priority. Definitely finding tons of fiber in this map. Nonetheless, still almost twice as much hide. Even though fiber doesn't seem to be that badly contested here, but also not that little. Like I'm also seeing a lot of empty amber leaf cotton stacks. Seeing a lot of those as well. Pork pie, 20 seconds. I can gather one more there. Oh, I need to refresh. Pretty sure 5 out of 5 once again. Very decent amount of fiber that I'm finding here. Sadly, not very much enchanted. Not very much enchanted fiber. Maybe because of the enchantment rate. It's basically like every 8th resource that I find should be enchanted. And I do see quite a few 6.1 resources and 5.1 resources. I also had some 6.2 ore or something right when I entered this map. But that was it. I don't think I found some 5.2 yet and some additional 6.2. But let's see, I haven't spent a crazy amount of time here in this map yet. I may still find some of that desirable, highly enchanted stuff. Very, very slowly making my way towards the big stack. I'm also still rather curious to see what I will find in the area. There are a million animals, so the chance of finding enchanted ones is pretty high. Usually most of the animals there will not have many pieces on their stacks. But still, like 4.3, 5.3, 6.3 will still always be amazing, even if they have not too many pieces. I would believe. I could go up there. I know that there's an hyena. It's not such a crazy long way. I'm very close to it. It's probably worth it. Maybe there's even one more hyena. Also, the chance that this hyena has a lot of pieces of hide is relatively high in my opinion. 15 seconds remaining on my skinning thing. Tier 6 battle axe dude. Doesn't matter too much. He is not as interested. Is he in a group? That's the big question. He is not in a group. And he declined my invitation. Interesting. For a short amount of time, there were 6 to 15 players in this map. But right now, back to the basically super safe situation. I barely can imagine much going wrong with 0 to 5 players. Because I'm really not intending to fight anybody. Except if I find some people either being in a PvP situation where one person is low. Then I will probably intervene. Being as greedy as I am. Or somebody being super low against mobs. Then I will probably also intervene. And restore the rightful how do I want to say this? Scenarios that I want to see. Here and there, somebody popping in and out of this map. Quickly switching from 0 to 5. And back. Most of the time. This bird is too close. Don't really want to kill that one. So let's just continue. I seem to be finding enough resources for me to be able to skip this without really feeling too bad about it. 5 out of 5, 6.1 is just great. That's just nice. Level 30 Master Animal Skinner. 6% towards being a tier 8 skinner. Right now I don't have enough learn points for all this stuff. Getting tier 7 cropper and tier 7 miner will eat up 90 to 95% of my learning points right now. Well, actually slightly less, probably something like 85%. I'm going to lose like 700. And then I will have 88 left. But I will get some over time. And it will also still take me some time to actually get to tier 8. Like to the threshold of tier 8. The 20% threshold. 20% learn point threshold. It will still take me some time. Probably. Oh well. Depends on how much I'm able to play right now. We'll see how long it takes me. Making my way around the gathering area. But I mean, I said I wanted to take this 5.1. It's probably worth it. Oh, there's a skinning area. Tier 4 stuff, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Really not very interesting. Slowly but surely, I'm getting closer to this 5.1 stack. 5.1 big stack. Don't want to get slowed. Actually using my Q to deny it. Most likely worth it. Pretty sure. Should be worth it to dodge it. Wasn't sure if I was able to do so. To be perfectly honest. Definitely wasn't sure if I could do it. 5 out of 5. Definitely finding a decent amount of fiber. I think the amount of height that I'm finding is a little bit too low. I believe there's an argument for actually not staying in this map and just going to Driving Oasis, having a decently higher enchantment rate and a decent chance of also just having more resources available. Definitely very possible to be the case. The higher enchantment rate definitely also being a very interesting aspect. Because, let's be honest, 6.3 resources are insane and 5.3 resources are really good. Not too sure about 6.2, but those are also like worth 8k, 9k per piece. Pretty damn good. Very similar to 5.3. Except that you get a 5.3 much quicker and 5.3 is also less heavy. Even though the carry weight usually isn't such a big deal with 0.3 resources, to be honest. Simply because you usually don't find that many. Anyways. So you don't really run into problems with this. Is it possible? Yeah, good. Was just wondering if I could come from the northeast towards the 5.1 stack. Was wondering if there was some opening in the cliff. I'm super far away from my pick right now, but there are 0 to 5 players in this map, so who cares? I would probably want to jump towards my pick in this case, if I saw people. Let's ignore this cotton right there. It's super close to the area, even though I believe in those group areas that there are not too many mobs very close to the edge. Pretty sure that that's the case. Tier 8 Skinner, once again. Who knows, maybe the same one. Maybe the same one. The Clans Vendetta. Yeah, they got their headquarters here. Came from the southeast. Interesting. I wonder how dangerous it would be if he had some life cast gear in his inventory. Actually, probably not that dangerous. Because I have the tornado potion. Like, thinking about it, Lifeguard staff has 0 mobility. So I basically hit my tornado potion 100%. There's no way I can miss my tornado potion against a lifeguard staff. And I think this way I'm pretty much unkillable for solo lifeguard staff gankers actually. I think I'm pretty much unkillable. Against livecast solo gankers, invisibility potions are really bad. They will never work because of the cursed stacks. But tornado potions are really good against them because they have no way of dodging them. They have no CC immunity, they have no jumps. So those tornado potions are really good against those. For sure. I've spent quite some time in this map already. I'm slowly getting very, very, very close to actually gathering the 5.1 fiber. I'm getting really close to reaching it. Kind of funny. How much time I'm taking. I really found a lot of fiber. I really did find a lot. Even though I saw like 1/3 of the tier 6 fiber stacks. Yeah, now I'm tier 7. Tier 7 fiber gathering. Even though like at least 1/3 of the fiber stacks that I found, I think were completely empty. Let's put auto learn here and put auto learn off here. Alright. Some ore. Actually being somewhat contested. 1 out of 5 only. Crazy. Oh. The big fiber stack is gone. But there's some 6.2. I'll take it. Interesting. Somebody took it away from me. Let's quickly see how expensive the 6.2 is. 6k per piece, okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to enter. I'm not too sure about if I actually immediately want to enter the skinning area. Because around the skinning area there's always tons of tier 6 hide. Around it there's always tons of tier 6 hide. But I probably just want to go straight into it. Simply because I want to see if I can find some enchanted mobs. Enchanted resources are so good. Even if they are not full, I believe. Who knows? But they are pretty good. Pretty damn good. And low tier resources usually have a lot of pieces because they regenerate very quickly. Especially tier 4 resources. They regenerate very quickly. Very few people in this map. I did see some tier 8 gatherer, but maybe he wasn't gathering in this map. Maybe he was gathering in the other tier 6 map. Definitely possible. And if he was, then maybe that map potentially was very empty. A lot of hyenas right here. I swear I'm someone going to reach the skinning area. Somewhere over the rainbow or something. I will reach it. Actually not too bad not to check out this place yet, so I can have a very efficient way here to walk. But when I have resources right on my screen, I most likely should just take them. Pretty sure about that. Feels like I'm not going to reach the 2 million per hour this time though. Doesn't feel like it. Like my tools are worth 200, 400, 460. Plus the books, 560. So I'm only at 1.5 right now. Loot. Even a little bit less, actually. Even a little tiny bit less than that. 1.45 million in 50 minutes. So I would need to be a little bit lucky to actually reach the 2 million per hour. If I consider that I'm going to teleport back home and that I used the save portal costing me 80k, it is even less profit. So if I don't find like a full 6.3 hyena now, I am pretty sure that I will be below the 2 million per hour. I mean, this map has been not that insanely full, to be honest, but it hasn't been super bad either. It was pretty fine, I would say. It was okay. At some more empty places. At some places that were not that bad. This hyena being on 3 out of 5 actually makes me kind of optimistic about the area. Makes me feel kind of optimistic. 7% towards tier 8 skinning. Hyena, no other hyenas to be seen on the screen. Right now, right here. Getting very close to the reset. 1 out of 5 only, pretty bad. Let's look into the middle of the area. 5 out of 5, pretty good. This is not terrible. Not terrible. So overall, a mediocre map this run. For specifically this run, this map was like medium. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. Pretty much just okay. I didn't get poorer being in this map, I guess. But I didn't get much richer either. Even though the difference is not that insane, of course. Like only making like 300, 400k less per hour is not that such an not an insane difference. That's a pretty normal difference. One would expect to have such variation. These 2 hyenas being pretty damn full, pretty nice. Let's see what I can find in the area. Enchanted stuff maybe? 6.1, yeah. Yes, yes and yes. Dead hyenas lying around, also pretty good. Why did this one hyena take so long to use its slow ability? I kind of expect most of the mobs in here to have low piece counts. which is somewhat sad, of course, especially thinking about the tier 6 hyenas. But that's just normal for gathering areas. Oh, this one is going to be full though, because it's a special resource mob. Those tigers are special resource mobs. Always having the plus 100% gathering speed bonus. The first 5.2 hide I found here. Actually didn't find any 5.2 fiber or really didn't find any 5.2 in this map except this one tiger. Quite interesting. Only 3 minutes until the reset. I'm just going to continue gathering normally. Don't really see any advantage in, for example, trying to find highly enchanted resources and ignoring, for example, tier 6 hide now. Don't really see any advantage in this, to be honest. There may be one. It's possible. There are a million resources right here, right? It's basically guaranteed to have tons of resources right now, right here. So maybe it would make sense, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. At 9:59 I'm going to teleport back, so I will have the time to put my resources into the bank and take a nice look at them. So I'm not in a hurry. It said 2 minutes left still, so maybe I want to gather one more thing. Nah, not really. I don't expect to find crazy stuff here. 69k. It is interesting that it costs me less to teleport back than it did cost me to get into the random black zones that you can get into by using the safe portal. Let's switch to invisibility for the travel topics. So I did make I did make 1.68 million within, I mean, I don't know how long it took me to actually equip myself. Maybe it took me like 2 or 3 minutes. So let's say in 55 minutes, I made 1.68 million. I had 80k teleport costs and then I had 69k teleport costs. So in total, 150k teleport costs. So basically 1.5 million within 55 minutes.